when you're creating more brain and heart coherence, you feel more whole. And the more whole you feel, the less you live in lack. So how could you want many things if you feel whole? It feels like you already have them. And that's actually when you start to see those wonderful miracles, those synchronicities, those serendipities, those coincidences happening in person. Those are experiences coming to them. That's the field dropping breadcrumbs saying, keep going, keep going. And there's a synchronization between that person's energy and their future, and the side effect of that are signs. And that's when it gets to be exciting, because every sign does what? It creates an enthusiasm, an excitement. You're kind of going, hey, there's another sign, I'm gonna go do it again. So now you're not going, oh, I have to meditate today. Oh, jeez, I gotta create my life.
You're looking forward
You're
to
like, oh my God, I don't want the magic to stop happening. I'm gonna get into it. And every synchronicity creates that elevated emotion, and you use that energy for the next creation, and people climb out of their lives, climb out of their pasts. When you embrace the emotion ahead of the experience, you're signaling the gene ahead of the environment. And if genes make proteins, and proteins are responsible for the structure and function of your body, you begin to become that very person. So it's not our wealth, it's not our health, it's not our new relationships, it's not the things we accumulate, it's who we become.
Yeah.
So we overcome the old self, which takes a great act of will and awareness, and we become somebody else. So then when you become it, nobody can take that away from you. In fact, you know that you know how to do it, or you know that you are it. And an abundant person doesn't say, I'm abundant, I'm abundant, I'm abundant, or a healthy person doesn't say, I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy. They don't say that, they are it. So then most people have just been fooled by their senses, because their 5% of their conscious mind is holding the intent, but their body is habituated into a predictable future, or emotionally conditioned into the past. And they're saying, I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy, or I'm happy, I'm happy. And the body's going, you're miserable, you're unhappy. That thought can't even make it past the brainstem to the body. So then teaching people how to self-regulate, they have no idea when they start changing their emotional states, the amount of biological and energetic changes that take place within them and all around them. So then develop that skill and get really good at this. Then for the most part, you wouldn't be so interested in so many material things. You would be interested in facing off with yourself every day and asking, what is it that stands in the way between me and my future? What is it that stands in the way between me and my connection to the quantum field? I think that's the real question.
Your body is like a factory that constantly makes proteins, with every cell, except red blood cells, involved in the process. For a cell to produce a protein, a gene must be activated. So, think of genes like Christmas tree lights. They switch on and off all the time. When they switch on, they produce healthy proteins. When they switch off, they produce fewer or less effective proteins. If you keep thinking the same thoughts, making the same choices, and following the same routines, you keep activating the same genes and deactivating others, just like the same Christmas tree lights being on while others are off. This can lead to a fixed genetic outcome. We see the world through our beliefs and validate our experiences accordingly. So, when you live with the same feelings and emotions daily, these emotions influence how you think and act. Emotions are based on past experiences, and if you're always feeling the same way, your body believes it's in the same past situation all the time. This constant emotional state can regulate genes. For example, if your family has a history of Alzheimer's, heart disease, or other conditions, living in negative emotional states like fear, anger, or jealousy can activate genes related to these diseases. Consider identical twins with the same genes. One dies at 52, the other at 88. This shows that environmental influences play a role. Previously, people thought genes directly caused diseases, but now we know the environment affects gene activation. For instance, two workers exposed to the same toxic chemicals might have different health outcomes because of their body's internal environment. If you constantly react to the same people and situations in the same way, you repeatedly trigger the same genetic responses. Over time, this can lead to health issues. However, you can reverse this process. If it took years to develop a health condition, it might take some effort to reverse it. but many people see significant health improvements by changing how they think and feel, even in a short period, like a week-long workshop. Understanding that you can control your thoughts and feelings is key. Changing your thoughts, actions, and feelings can lead to biological changes in your body, and that's what we often observe. Managing your thoughts and emotions is crucial to this process. Think about this. When most people wake up in the morning, their brains are like a record of the past, filled with everything they've learned and experienced up to that moment. It's like a memory bank. When people wake up, they often start thinking about their problems. And these problems are just memories connected to certain people, places, and things. If they believe their thoughts shape their future, thinking about past problems means they're stuck in the past. Each problem comes with an emotion. So when they think about these problems, they start feeling unhappy. Your thoughts are the brain's language, and your feelings are your body's language. Together, how you think and feel creates your state of being. Most people start their day stuck in their familiar past, and this makes them crave a predictable future because it's what they know. They prefer to stick with their pain and suffering rather than risk the unknown. Often, they don't even realize they're suffering because it feels normal to them until they decide to change. We're studying how people spontaneously recover from illnesses. These people didn't rely on mechanical methods but trusted something innate and intuitive within them. They asked themselves, if I had another chance at life, how would I think, act, feel, and who would I become? They began to change through their thoughts alone. When they closed their eyes and imagined who they wanted to be, they lost track of time. What felt like 20 minutes turned out to be an hour because their brain's creative center, the frontal lobe, reduced the focus on time and space. Their inner world became more real than the outer world, making strong changes in their brain and body. Seeing these patterns, we wondered if this method could help healthy people too. If it worked on sick people, it should work on everyone. This realization started our process of helping people change, and as it worked, we began measuring it to demystify the process. Nobody is excluded from this possibility. Living in the past is something many people do, especially those who've had traumatic experiences. We've all met or know people carrying the weight of such trauma, or it might be us. If someone had a knee injury and walked with a limp forever, we wouldn't find that strange. But when someone has a traumatic experience and lives with it for the rest of their life, we often think it's out of their control. However, just like physical injuries, emotional injuries embed in a person, causing them to live in that traumatic moment continuously. Trauma works like this. The stronger your emotional reaction to an event, the more intensely your brain focuses on it. Your brain then captures a snapshot of the event, embedding it deeply in your memory. As a result, your thoughts and feelings get stuck in that emotional state. If you ask someone why they are a certain way, they might say it's because of something that happened years ago. This means they haven't changed since that event. Every time they recount the story, they reinforce those emotions and the belief that they can't change. Interestingly, recent research shows that about 50% of what we remember from our past isn't accurate. People often exaggerate their memories to match their current emotions, causing them to relive a life that wasn't as bad as they remember, just to stay the same person they are today. Fast forward to today, we see incredible things. Blind people gaining sight, deaf people hearing, and tumors disappearing. People with brain tumors, for example, show no evidence of disease because they've transformed into a different version of themselves. This isn't just anecdotal. We have scientific evidence showing that you can boost your immune system, activate new genes, and improve brain and heart coherence. There are also personal stories of people overcoming stage 4 cancer after being given a death sentence, inspiring others in the audience to believe, if she can do it, so can I. These stories are powerful. They show that change is possible, not just in health, but in life. When you hear someone say, I did this and you can too, it inspires others to take control of their own lives. This empowerment leads people to try these methods themselves, resulting in remarkable changes in how they think and feel. Witnessing these transformations at events must be incredible. It's not something you expected to see in your lifetime, but now it's happening on a scale much larger than you ever imagined. It's a testament to the power of the human mind and spirit. There's nothing that brings me more joy than seeing people transform their lives. It's an incredible feeling to be a part of someone's journey to change. It's like we're meant to help each other grow and realize our full potential. Right now, it's a crazy and amazing time, and I'm so grateful to be part of it. Imagine taking your own life experiences and using them to help others on a large scale. Some people might think all this sounds too good to be true, but the evidence speaks for itself. 15 years ago, it was hard to get people to believe in this kind of transformation. But now, thanks to technology and platforms like podcasts, people can access this information easily. You don't need a doctor or a teacher to learn about it. Awareness is key, and with more information comes more consciousness. Once you have the information, the next step is to use it. I'm a practical person, so I believe in applying what you learn. When you take what you've learned and start to live it out, you create new experiences that reinforce these ideas in your brain and body. This isn't just theoretical, it's something you can actually do, and our research backs this up. We've seen people create real change in their lives. They learn to create coherence in their brains and hearts, and this works for people of all ages and backgrounds. When they learn to open their hearts and feel positive emotions, they start to prefer these feelings over negative ones like anger or resentment. The real magic happens when people step out of their comfort zones and embrace the unknown. This is where they can create something truly new. Our research shows that with practice, people get better at this. Universities are even studying our data because they see how quickly people can change their brain states, sometimes in just a few seconds. Teaching people the steps to this transformation and proving it with science helps build trust in the process. When people see others experiencing miraculous changes, it inspires them to believe they can do it too. We regularly receive incredible stories, like someone overcoming leukemia, which doctors can't explain and want to study. Every day I look forward to these amazing stories because they confirm that what we're doing works. If I didn't see this evidence, I wouldn't continue. But now, it's a part of my everyday life, and it's truly extraordinary. Let's start with the brain. It has about 100 billion neurons, and different groups of these neurons handle different tasks. For example, some are responsible for sensing the tip of your index finger, or knowing where you are in space and time. Other circuits connect to every person, object, and place you know. Your brain reflects your environment through these circuits. When people are stressed, their brains and bodies get thrown off balance. Stress chemicals make us try to control and predict everything. Our attention jumps from one person or problem to another, activating different brain circuits. This causes the brain to fire chaotically, like a lightning storm. When the brain is chaotic, we feel chaotic too, and things don't work right. Nowadays, with social media and constant distractions, people often live in a stressed state. They develop short attention spans because they're always practicing distraction. When stressed, our primitive fight-or-flight system kicks in. This makes us focus narrowly on threats, causing our heart rate and adrenaline to spike as if we're in danger. This reaction is useful if there's a real threat, but living this way 70% of the time is harmful. Our research shows that if you can break the habit of constantly focusing on the material world, you can reduce stress. Stress makes us materialistic because it heightens our senses. We feel separated from others, but in reality, everything is connected.
Listen closely to begin attracting big money and financial abundance. I am now attracting the most high wealth. I feel like a millionaire, and money is always manifesting into all my accounts. My bank account is exploding with lots of cash. Every day, I feel rich and filled with good fortune. I will explore the globe and live in luxury. I will attract financial success and abundance daily. I will enjoy the finest travel experiences. I will remain positive and attract riches. I will travel to the most beautiful and exclusive destinations. I will manifest wealth and stay in alignment with positive energy. I will travel the world and embrace all its beauty. I will achieve financial freedom with ease. I will remain open to accepting all blessings. I will explore new destinations and cultures. I will attract wealth and abundance effortlessly. I will stay open to receiving financial blessings. I will travel to exotic and breathtaking locations. I will achieve my financial goals and dreams. I will accept blessings of prosperity and abundance. I will experience luxury and comfort in every journey. I will manifest financial freedom and independence. I will be open to receiving all forms of abundance. I will discover new places and create unforgettable memories. I will achieve a life of financial abundance. I will remain open to the blessings of wealth. I will travel the world in style and luxury. I will attract financial success in all my endeavors. I will be open to receiving blessings of prosperity. I will explore the world's most beautiful destinations. I will achieve financial freedom and live abundantly. I will accept all blessings that come my way. I will travel to new and exciting places. I will attract money and wealth with ease. I will stay open to receiving financial abundance. I will experience luxury and adventure around the world. I will achieve financial independence. I will be open to accepting blessings of wealth. I will travel the globe and enjoy all its wonders. I will attract financial prosperity effortlessly. I will remain open to receiving abundant blessings.